Hey guys. I thought it'd be fun to have a little sleepover with you to like catch up on things in my life. Also, like I'm just like I'm in a chatty mood and I need to get it out, you know. So here we are. Welcome to my bedroom. This is how I'm trying to feel in like 10 minutes. Like these are the vibes that I want this video to have. I look ill actually laying like this, but I mean, to be fair, I haven't had a sleepover since, like, a true sleep. I gotta sit up, actually. I haven't had a true sleepover, I think, since, like, high school. My cat's trying to get in. I'm really comfy, though. Dude, he's screaming at me. Fine, fuck. Okay. Anyways, these stories are gonna be very, you know, just things that I think about often and that I can't believe happened to me. And, you know, I just think that, like, if I was having a sleepover with friends, I would want to share these. First, though, a sleepover must have a face mask. Okay, to start off, the most juicy gossip that I have of late is that I'm engaged. Yeah, I got engaged in February to my lovely partner, Mikey. We met when I was going to school in Oklahoma, which, by the way, sucked ass. Living in Oklahoma was probably like the worst time of my life. Like I was having so many issues, and I do think it's because of Oklahoma. So condolences to people who live in Oklahoma. But I met Mikey through a dating app. Love of my life, my best friend, so obsessed with him. I mean, I don't know what else, like, what other juicy teas or, like, we're best friends, like, I'm marrying him, and I didn't think I was gonna get married, so that's a whole thing. I also thought that, I was asexual for a really long time because, bitch, I literally didn't like anybody, like, nobody. I had no bitches. This feels really luxe. Anyways, yeah, I met Mikey in 2020, and we've lived together since, I think we've been living together for, like, 2.5, 3 years now. He proposed to me on a mountain for our anniversary, and I didn't actually know anything was happening, which is really interesting because I do feel like I haven't actually ever been fully surprised in my life. But when I mean I had no idea, like, bitch, I had no idea. Like, I looked a mess in the pictures. But yeah, February comes around, and he was really pushy about doing our anniversary pictures on Mount Scott in Oklahoma, which, to be fair, it's a really beautiful place, I understand, but, like, at the time, because I obviously didn't know I was being proposed to, I was like, dude, like, can't we just do it in our living room? Like, I don't want to have to drive, like, 2 hours to this mountain. We can just set it up in the living room. He's like, no, I really think we should take it on this mountain. And I was like, okay. So he lugs my ass to this mountain, but I'm thinking it's just pictures. So I, like, didn't really put on a good outfit. My nails were a fucking mess. My hair was grown out as hell. Like, I should have gotten a haircut probably at least a month prior. Like, I needed a haircut more than anything. Anywho, so he gets me up to this mountain, and he's running running around. Like, we have to drive up to the top, and I'm getting a little bit car sick because I get really car sick. We get to the top, and it's a little chilly. It's a little colder than we thought it was going to be. So I'm like kind of I'm shaking in my boots, freezing cold. And he just keeps running around this mountain. Like, he's running to different rocks, different angles, and I guess I didn't realize it was an actual mountain. Like, I'll include pictures if I can, but it's a parking lot on top of this big mountain. Like, can I say it one more time? And then you walk around the parking lot, and there's not really trails. It's just, you're just in rocks. So I'm chasing Mikey down this hill, and I'm getting pissed off because I'm in Birkenstocks, and he is a climber as well. So he's just like working his way. Oh my god, mouse. I just got face mask all over the bed. Are you happy? Are you happy, Mousy? I'm getting overstimulated. This is as good as this gonna get. Oh my god. This is a mess. Mouse. Oh my god. Anyway, so we're on this mountain, and it's it's gorgeous and whatever, but I actually was in Birkenstocks climbing a bunch of rocks and I was scared I was going to break my ankle and I was cold and I was just confused and I was just not being a really good sport. But we finally get on this rock and he had like set up the camera with a timer and then he's like, okay, well, let's like pose, whatever. And we're posing and I'm still thinking it's anniversary pictures, and then he turns to me and he starts, he has a little speech. And the first thing he says is like, okay, so I've been keeping a secret from you. And I go, and he starts talking about how he had commissioned an artist that I really like to make something for me, and I immediately knew I was getting proposed to, and then I started crying, and it was just a whole thing, and it was really weird. Like, it was a really out-of-body experience. Dude, and the ring is beautiful, gorgeous. My favorite jewelry artist, her name is JD, but her Instagram name is Ecclesia. I'm obsessed with everything she does. All of her work is a dream, and he had her commission a ring for me and picked out a salt and pepper diamond, which is really sweet, and it was really awesome. And then after that, the sun started setting, and we'd already had like dinner plans. We were like running late to the dinner plans because originally we were going to be there like I think at 7, and by the time he was done proposing, it was 7:30. So I was like, do we need to call the restaurant because we're late to the reservation? He said, no, it's fine. Like, I told him like a time range, it'll be fine. So we end up going to the restaurant, and then we walk in, and all of my family and his family is there, and it was crazy because it was another surprise, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, nobody has ever surprised me like this in my life, and it was just really special. And everyone in the restaurant was like, she said yes, and like applauded, and it was really cute. And I wish I looked better though, like, but if they couldn't, no one could have told me anything because I would have known. It was crazy though. I wasn't expecting anything. Like, even his brother and his brother's girlfriend had flew in from Colorado for dinner or for the engagement, and my family obviously lives all in Texas, so they had driven up. It was just really sweet. So yeah, that's the story of getting engaged. It was really cute. And now we're planning a wedding / I might cancel it. Not, oh my god, like, we're still gonna get married, but I mean cancel the actual wedding because it's expensive, and maybe I just want to get married at a courthouse and have a dinner. Like, I don't really know yet. We'll see. Because it's either I drop $20K or maybe drop like 2. Actually, that's not even true. I already bought my dress and that was $4,000, you guys. Are you serious? Do you know how much a veil is? Because I definitely did not. I went to go try on wedding dresses, and I found my dress. It was the second dress I tried on, and I loved it, and whatever. Like, that's a whole other story. I'll share maybe after we get married because I don't want to show like wedding dresses. Actually, I'll show some pictures of stuff that I tried on but didn't get. That could be cute, right? But did you know that a veil would be $800? I didn't even think that was a possibility. And I didn't know until they'd already put my credit card information into the thing, and I was about to sign the invoice, and I didn't feel like saying like, actually, can you take that off? I've been talking 20 minutes. Oh my god. This face mask maybe wasn't a good idea, actually. Anyways, what I really wanted to talk about is stuff that I used to do in high school, because now that I'm like, how old am I? Now that I'm 23, I look back at my high school years, like, not fondly at all. But you guys, okay, this is one thing. Oh my god, I don't even know where to start with this. I have nightmares about my high school theater director multiple times a week. And I mean, you guys, all of my nightmares, if I had nightmares, are about theater, but like specifically high school theater with my high school theater director, because that man actually traumatized me and my peers to levels that I didn't. But like, I have nightmares all the time about him, and I actually had a nightmare about last night, and I literally don't know what to do about it. Like, he's so deep in my psyche, and I guess I just want to know, like, if that's a normal thing, if anyone else was in high school theater and they have nightmares about like being on stage, forgetting their lines, and then their theater director killing them. Just me? For obvious reasons, I will not be including his name. We'll call him Mr. Matt. Actually, I don't think I could tell the story with this face mask on. I think it deserves a little bit more of a serious vibe. Give me a second. Okay, high school theater is already crazy as it is. And I was so serious about it. Like, nothing mattered to me except for getting the role, which is so funny because, girl, nobody was seeing the shows except for our parents. So this particular theater director had gotten hired, I think, a year before my freshman year. So he was still relatively new. Everyone loved him. He was super friendly, super funny, super charismatic for the most part. But I always just caught this vibe from him. And not that I was special, but I do think I'm very emotionally sensitive. And I could tell that he was off. Like, something was really wrong with him. So I never felt super inclined to be close with him. But also, when you're in theater, you want to impress your director, but most, like, because you want the role, like, you want to be on stage and you want to do whatever the fuck, like. And now looking back at it, I think I just really was deprived of attention, and being on stage made me feel like I had some type of purpose. That was really the only thing that I thought that I was super good at and excelled at, even though I was only given roles as old women, old, decrepit, insane women, or like an ugly motherfucker. But our theater director was really crazy. I remember specific moments where he he would just get super mad at us for no reason. And maybe that is like a high school theater director thing anyways. Like, they just have a really short temper. But dude, he would get so pissed off at us and he would turn beet red, and then he was bald as hell. And then you could see like a vein stick out in his forehead, like throbbing, like a throbbing vein, because he would get so pissed off at us and he would start screaming. And when I mean it was like over nothing, you guys, I cannot iterate enough. Like, he actually would just get pissed off over nothing and then start screaming at us and like storming around and slamming things. And a couple times he threw shoes at us, like maybe not at us, but in our direction. And he thought that was super funny after he would do it. But I think one of the worst things that he would do is the shows that he would pick for us. And at the time, like, when you're a high schooler, you think that you're really mature and that you can handle super serious topics. But why were we doing the shows we were doing? And even like our school district in general, they were just accepting shows that I don't think no kid, no child should have been 15 through actually, I think you're 14 as a freshman. 14 through 18-year-olds should not be covering these topics, especially the way that they were handled, because our director was really just, he wanted the hype, I guess. I don't know. He wanted to be super impressive, so all of our shows were a super big deal. And he was like, you guys, this story is really important for us to tell. Like, we need to tell this story. We can change the world. Like, if we change one life in that audience tonight, that's enough. Like, it's all worth it. And us all trying to, like, basically suck his ass. We're like, you're so right. But every show he picked, I'm not joking, was the most disturbing, depressing, dramatic shit you could pick. And in general, I think those types of like media should be handled with care. I don't believe in banned texts, but I don't think that high school students should be acting it out on stage for their parents and friends. For example, one of the shows that we did is called August Osage County, which is a movie for any of those that are interested. And I mean, it's a juicy ass show. It's a juicy ass movie. Like, it's really good, but it's, I would say, rated R / rated, maybe not even rated NR. Yeah, what's the rating above rated R? It's called August Osage County. Okay, it is rated R in the movie theater. So it would be illegal for most of us who were in that show to go see it in theaters without a parent or guardian, right? But our director thought it would be a good idea for a bunch of high school students to act it out, and he was very for method acting. So he wanted us to feel these real emotions. He wanted us to do these things. He was all for it. Like, it was everything to him. He just wanted a bunch of children to be acting out the most disgusting things you could think of about humanity. And he thought that was his life mission. He thought that was art. And looking back on it, it just caused all of us an insane amount of trauma for nothing. I'll just give you a little rundown of that show. This show in particular, I have a lot of saying because I happened to be the lead. This teacher hated me, this director. I really don't, I think he knew that I didn't trust him, that I didn't like him, and that I wasn't gonna like suck up to him. So he just kind of ignored me for the most part. But I guess my audition was really good because I got the lead role, and in this show it's an old woman. Her name's Violet, I think. And in the movie she's played by Meryl Streep. So for a time, my early junior year, freshly 16, I was like, this is not a coincidence. I am the next Meryl Streep. Violet, the character, she's an old woman. Her husband committed suicide. She has cancer, and she's addicted to drugs and pills. Right. It's basically like this big family. All of them are really crazy. Oh my God. I can't describe this whole movie to you guys, this whole play. Like, I can't. But there's an uncle that is having relations with his niece. There's a bunch of affairs going on. There's obviously drug addicts. There's spousal abuse, parental abuse, children abuse. And bitch, like, what is there not? Like, there's literally everything you could think of. So my senior year, I had switched to tech, but they had made me be in a show that I didn't really want to be a part of, but I had to. And I remember, like, our dress rehearsal? No, it was the night of our first show. We were doing our mic checks. So, like, parents were, like, some of the PTA parents were in the audience, and this particular director, Mr. Matt, was sitting in the front row, and at that time, he wasn't directing the show. It was, like, one of the assistant directors. Mr. Matt was working sound for the show, and he was sitting in the front row with his laptop, and we're doing a mic check, and then all of a sudden, he picks up his computer, which was sitting on, like, a chair, because he was in the front row of the auditorium seats, and so he had pulled up a chair to put the laptop on. He picks up this chair with the laptop on it, throws the chair across the auditorium, this chair hits the goddamn stage, and he goes, ah! He gets up, he's storming out of the auditorium, he opens the auditorium door, he slams it shut, and everyone there is, like, dead silent. We're all just like, and again, there's parents watching him. There's all the other directors are watching him. We're all on stage like, what the hell just happened? Turns out he had thought that he had lost the sound for the show. And that was his little hissy fit, throwing a chair towards the stage, which, mind you, students are on the stage. There are at least a dozen students getting their mics checked on stage, and he's throwing a full heavy-ass, like, choir chair because he's throwing a fit. Grown-ass man throwing a tantrum, and he used to do that stuff all the time over nothing. It was really scary. He ended up getting fired after my senior year. I don't know the exact reasons why, but thank God. And that's why I still have nightmares about theater. Are y'all having fun at the sleepover yet? What if I show you some of my favorite TikToks?
Vente para acá, toma esa foto. Hey, aquí estaba. ¿No la
Like,
miraste?
girl, be for real.
What the hell are you doing?
¿No la miraste? Aquí estaba ahorita.
What are you singing on?
It's like, I don't know, it's just like, it's the weakest hit I've ever seen, and it's
Hey,
really
Ma.
funny. Also, she does her face right before she hits, like, I don't know, she doesn't even look scared at all. Stop! The fucking braids, please. Yes, girl.
Oh my God.
Like, that's straight out of Looney Tunes,
my God.
please. And then he acts like he didn't do a damn thing. You would never find me at a safari like that, by the way. Dude, this one is crazy. I love seeing this guy from Arctic Monkeys because I mean, you guys have probably seen videos, but he literally is never on beat, and I just think that's hilarious. Like, dude, isn't that your job to sing on beat? But he just loves being a little bit off, and I don't know.
In the morning, gonna have an early night, and you started to call me, baby. Why'd you only call me when you're high?
Like, why does he do that? And you know what? That's my cue. All right, I think the sleepover has kind of hit a wall. I honestly just been talking for a long time, and I think we're good. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.